Have fun in this out.
Editing's a lot more simpler than you think.
Really?
Yeah.
We went to a whole class about it.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
I just watched a quick video before I make my vlogs.
You know what's hilarious about that, though? Well, actually, on this episode of The Sweep. About Anime Dallas.
Yeah.
We're going to start off here. We did go to a class where we learned how to do Audacity and all those things like that. The funny part was, there's actually a conversation I had with Sandy and her nephew about what Tourette's was. And I was like, well, Tourette's is a tic that people do. It so happened the guy that was doing the panel had a major tic. So every time he talked and he got nervous, he shook his head. And it really started getting annoying after a while.
Was that what he was doing?
Yeah. He was shaking his... He had a nervous tic. He was Tourette's.
You were too busy looking at your trap
on
your phone.
Yeah, I was wondering what the hell was he doing, just moving his head every time.
I mean, he wasn't doing it to be cool. He literally had Tourette's.
Yeah, but also, he only did it when he got nervous. So if you notice at the very beginning of the class, when he was just talking in general to his friend, he was fine. But when he had to start talking to us...
That's not as bad as the stupid panel that Josh took me to.
What panel did Josh take you to?
Josh took me to an Elder Scrolls panel.
Oh, yeah.
I remember one you said that was... that the guy was literally really mentally handicapped?
Yes.
And the audience took over.
Yeah, I wanted to go to how to make a visual novel panel. Because I could use it for our animation, Find Out Your Problems, now with added fun, on the Sweep.
Check it out.
Yeah. But also, they were getting out free stickers, so I was like, free stickers? Of course I want to go.
Free anything, you'll go.
Yeah, so I made Josh buy me a sticker from the Artist Alley. But, yeah, so he gets up there, he kind of talks, asks questions, and it was just the most awkward thing. And then the guy next to me was retarded as well. I sat next to Goofy. Because every time the person would talk, even though none of it was a joke, he was the most monotoned, nerdy guy I've ever seen. Every time he would talk, apparently the guy next to me thought it was funny, so he just turned to me and go,
oh my gosh.
and then turn back and listen, and then he'd say something else, he'd be like,
maybe he wanted to be your friend.
no, he was retarded.
Yeah.
But he wanted to join another retarded person.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? Actually,
really
I think...
say that?
I think out of this con...
Say retarded?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to.
R word.
He's,
you know what, fuck
he's
it.
always said it.
I don't know what it was, but the mentally handicapped really came out for this one.
Yeah, they wanted to see Monica.
Yeah, because and there was also that...
Shut up! You're so
How
rude.
dare you?
So, I mean, we of course, we experienced a little bit of controversy.
Well, there was somebody on Twitter that posted and was like, we need to stop using the R word. Or the R slur. And I was like, the R is slur. So I looked up on Wikipedia, R slur.
Wikipedia?
Wikipedia.
Did you also donate? Because they keep asking me to donate.
No, I didn't.
Is there an L in Wikipedia?
Wikipedia?
No, there's not. It's WIKI. There's not an L.
There's also Feedopedia.
Oh.
I'm so done.
But I looked it up, and I was like looking through all the slurs, and I was like, I don't recognize a lot of these slurs. And then I saw Raghead. I was like, oh, she's talking about Raghead. So I was like, you mean Raghead? And she was like, no, you need to look it up. And I was like, so I screenshotted it, and I was like, well, this is all the R slurs, and I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know half of these. They were talking about like arugula and stuff is like offensive to Irish. I don't know. It's some things I've never heard of.
Isn't that a type of bread?
Yeah, no, it's a type of like seasoning.
Okay.
Ragu rabbits?
It's
I don't know.
offensive to your people, babe.
I know, and I'm part Irish.
The
so
only thing I saw was Raghead, and I was like, oh, this is clear what you're talking about. And they're like, no. And then somebody commented, oh, retard. And I was like, that's just a medical term.
Yeah, there's mental retardation.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Are we also going to talk about... We'll talk about later about that black dude that was there. That literally, in the middle of the... was it the how to make your own, like, whatever panel?
Yeah.
He gets down on his knees and starts to sleep on the seat.
Oh, yeah,
he gets
Pikachu
on his
Man.
knees-
Oh, you're talking about during the Audacity
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That motherfucker moves around all
Was that-
awkward. I'm like,
Also, the one I was having a conversation with in the line at Monica, because that might have been the same guy. Because he was...
No, because he was wearing... This one was wearing, like, a Pikachu shirt that you could tell he had worn for a couple days now.
This one?
Yeah.
This one what?
This one person that he's talking about.
Oh, okay.
One of these race slurs is not like the other. Yeah, no, that... Because there was one guy in Monica's line, he started talking to me about Naruto, and I'm like... Oh, I'm at a convention. Someone's gonna know, like, something good. He's like, oh, yeah, I bet his son got the Ninetales and then got the Hokage. I'm like, what? Let's start from the beginning. We only went for...
I mean, we have intros.
Right? Let's start from the beginning of these intros.
Hey there, this is Jeremy Inman. You may know me as the voice of Android 16 from Dragon Ball Z, and you are listening to The Sweep.
Call them my super friends. When we hang out, there are always shenanigans.
It's a show about nothing and a podcast about anything.
I like you, and I want you. Now we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours.
Sit back and relax as we assault your mind through the wonderful world of YouTube.
Okay, I see you choosing the hard way.
The Sweep podcast has grown greatly because of awesome listeners like you and your continued support. Thank you.
Well,
right.
you know, booty more important than eating. Booty more important than sleeping.
No.
Way more important than life. Speaking of which, that guy originally got released, didn't he?
Yeah, he got released because, yeah.
Well, the beginning of that was Jeremy Inman. He was at Anime Dallas. I finally paid him for that liner. Can't get PayPal working, so I paid him in cash. And then the end of that was Alejandro's girlfriend, which the only thing I know her from is from Hoonie Pop, but she's also the priestess in Goblin Slayer.
Yeah, see, I didn't know...
Which one? I played the first one.
She's the Hispanic one in the blue and white striped top. I don't remember her name.
I forgot. I recently played Honey
Like
Pop and I already
Layla
forgot
or
her name.
something like that.
All I know is Tiffany's best girl.
I like the mom.
Okay.
You always like the mom.
Ew.
Yeah,
Ew. You like that one? Ew.
Hey, Juan, we're getting older. Older women are starting to look good to us.
Well,
First off,
also...
Juan, you have like the hottest mom in the room.
That's true. Your mom is hot.
Dude, I swear to
No,
God.
your
all
grandma's
my-
even hot. That's the weird part.
Dude, swear to Christ. My entire life, everyone's trying to beg my family.
It's because you have a gorgeous family. I haven't found one person in there that I haven't been like, okay, yeah, I don't want to see you naked.
I mean, you know, if we were girls, we'd be like, oh, Daddy Johnny, I would love to skate on that bald-ass head of yours.
Jesus Christ.
Especially 10 years ago when he was
Can
in
we
shape.
just-
Oh, no.
Why is this a conversation?
That wedding photo, your dad looked good in that photo.
He did.
He did. He looked
He
like a
did.
straight snack.
When I watch the anime, do you like your mom's dual-bladed multi-targeted attack? I just think of you and your mom.
I don't like where this...
I don't like where this is going.
Juan, it's okay, you're gay.
Jesus fucking Christ, you guys.
It would never work. Well, anyways, I'm Daddy White, the most wanted man at every single con in North Texas, banned by Shane.
Daddy White.
When I rock the mic, I'm danger.
Harder, Daddy!
That's funny because you walked your ass up in Anime Dallas.
I did. I've been to 2 cons now and I didn't get kicked. Actually, Shane just blocked me. Like, as soon as I posted Anime Dallas photos, he blocked me.
Well, he's mad because he couldn't get you banned there.
Yeah, he thought that the Ron Toy stuff would get me banned for sure. They just really kept an eye on me.
I just think it's funny you went through days without getting caught.
Just one.
1.5 at least.
Yeah. I could have been caught the first day, but Ron wouldn't turn around.
So much for keeping an eye on your surroundings.
Yeah, for real. Because I followed him, like, as close as you can physically get to a person.
Without touching them.
Yeah, and I went all the way to Monica's line and I snapped out of it. I was like, oh, well, it shouldn't go any further.
Yeah, for real.
Like, I followed him from the door to where all the autographs are to about 3 feet. Not even exaggerating. Maybe 1.5 yards from Monica's table and from Monica. And I was like, oh, crap. Better turn around.
Damn.
But we're with El Pollo Loco.
You know what the homies call me in the streets, B? They call me...
El Pollo Loco.
I don't know what that shit mean, but that shit sound...
And I'm still somewhat overcoming the sickness that I experienced at Anime Dallas.
Oh, I got you something for that.
You know what the homies call me in the streets, B? They call me...
Jay Sean Lemoy, the boy.
I don't know what that shit mean, but that shit sound...
That definitely was me the whole con. The whole con. Actually, I was kind of scared. It got so bad to the point where I thought my vocal cords would be damaged. Like, it was bad.
Yeah, you sound like trash, yeah.
He sounded like trash up until like that Tuesday, and he's like, maybe I should go to the doctor. And I was like, okay. Then he woke up and he's like, oh, I can talk again. I'm good.
Hey, you know what actually did it, though? It was that hot toddy. So it was
Oh.
hot tequila
How did you heat that up finally?
in the microwave at the hotel room. Did your $50 hotel room not have a microwave?
Yeah, I did.
I'm just wondering.
Ours had a working toilet, though.
Yeah, Mr. I shit on top of shit.
I mean, it didn't work after the first day, so I was like, well, this is how it is. I'm not going to go to the front desk and tell these people that can barely, like, put out bagels that I just clogged the toilet. Anyways, we're here with Trap Lover 69.
I am known by many names. Mountain Slayer,
Thunder Lion, the chocolate axe. But you may call me
Trap Lover 69.
Oh, go suck a dick!
I love it.
Oh, dude.
Y'all get over that at some point. And of course, we have Miss Beach.
Miss Beach. Recess is over.
I'm hot for teacher.
That might work with other substitute teachers.
So why do we call you Miss Beach?
Oh, because I went to school to be a teacher.
Oh, fair
And
enough.
then Sandy Beaches.
Ah, okay, that makes
All right,
sense.
so
They worked very hard on this in my bedroom. I was like, I'm
yeah.
sleepy, and they were no, not like that.
Oh, well, here comes the fanfics.
Oh yeah, but let's first of all, before we say anything else about Anime Dallas, consensus is this con was boo boo.
Oh, it's straight
It was
doo-doo.
pretty bad.
It wasn't bad as Anime Fest, but it was definitely worse than A-Kon, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah, I don't see how you're so... Because at least Anime Fest, the only reason it sucked, from what you told me, it was that they tried to focus on Game Fest and stuff, and it just really didn't work out.
Yeah, it didn't work at all.
But this one was solely focused on anime and just...
It wasn't even focused on anime. I'll tell you what this con was focused on. This con was focused on consent and LGBTQ.
There was a whole
Plus.
panel on it.
Yeah. There was 6.
Oh, I was going to say, we definitely went to a panel on it, and I was like, okay, so they talk about this, and turned around, and I was like, they're not practicing what they preached.
Random fact, apparently Monica's brother is named Juan.
How the hell do you know that?
She said it. Because she talked about when her and Ron first started dating.
Yeah.
Ron comes from a military family
Oh, yeah, that's right.
that doesn't show affection to each other, and then she comes from, she said a
Spaniard.
No, she said a Spanish family, which I guess she meant Spaniard.
Yeah.
And she was like, everyone's all loving and stuff. So they go to a party, and her brother's taking tequila shots and stuff, Juan, and was all over Ron, and she was like, oh, you can see how Ron was uncomfortable because Juan was on Ron.
No,
that's also a ship.
The funniest part of that whole story is she was like, so I pulled my brother aside to talk to him about it. But of course he was drunk and continued to do it. And I was like, so that solved none of your problems.
Tell me any person that's drunk and you tell them not to do something, you best believe they're going to do it more.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't pull the remote on him.
I mean, he was thinking about it.
Yeah. Well, if you've never listened to our podcast before, we're on a day system, so every day is a different topic, or a different theme, and then every episode is a different topic. And today is...
You and Dre.
No, home, you got the wrong one.
No, dog, you the dude, dog.
Fuck Dre Thursday.
Let me talk to him.
Have we ever revealed who Dre is?
Yeah, we talked about it. We have Black and White, the entire series up on the channel.
Yeah.
But today's special guest, since Josh can't be with us, Ghetto Kaiba, we have Josh Bot 3000. I got a new job at ABC, and we, but we are a major media company, so I borrowed some of their technology. I had it listen to 100 hours of Josh. It then immediately created a Trojan malware, injected it straight into its motherboard, and basically committed digital suicide. So I was like, okay. So I got another one, and I had to listen to one episode of the podcast that Josh was on, and then this one actually recreated a perfect Josh. So if you want to talk to Josh at any point during this podcast, go ahead.
I got a question, though. Did you pick the one where he was so drunk he could barely keep his head off the table?
Are you asking me or Josh?
Josh.
Penis.
Okay.
That
So
answers the question.
that was the episode where he was really drunk.
Okay.
Josh, what did you think of Anime Dallas?
We got wrecked.
Alright, Josh. Do you like traps?
Penis. This man dick.
I mean, Josh Bot, how upset were you that you didn't get Tatum's autograph?
Yeah, they're not.
Dude, this sounds like Dark Josh if this was Persona.
It's okay, because I got his autograph.
By the way, Michael
Twice.
J. Tatum is like
Hot.
an unbelievably huge human being.
And very, very attractive.
The man is gay, but I'm scared of him. The guy's huge.
Okay.
Very attractive.
Yeah, so we got Josh Bot 3000 here to respond to all of your Josh needs.
Probably should change it to Dark Josh, because I play so much Persona.
Well, isn't that like Darkiplier? Like, we got Darka Josha?
What?
I love the robotic sound. How was the first day, by the way? Like, we didn't go the first day, and I'm kind of sad that I did.
We mostly did autographs. We got a lot of autographs out of the way, besides J. Michael Tatum, because his line was so long.
There's one issue we have to talk about. So, Anime Dallas, or should I call Metal Print Con? I've never seen that many metal prints in my life. So, every time we go, there's like at least one person doing metal prints.
Yeah.
Tell me why almost everybody was doing metal prints.
It's all from that same person.
Is it all from the same person?
Yeah, it's all from the same person.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I even saw like the metal prints I got of Azawa and then the electrical guy from My Hero. The voice actors just buy from him, and some of his stuff is Funimation like licensed.
Yeah, I mean it's cool quality, and well, I got one metal print in the auction, which was great. Well, we'll talk about the auction later. The auction was pretty good. I see what you mean about these auctions.
But we did it for like an hour. Imagine like 5 hours of that and having money, because we really didn't have money.
I had money. It was the bank of me.
Yeah, it was the Bank of Sandy supplying it.
Yeah, but imagine having like $300 in 5 hours of auction.
I just thought it was funny because everyone's like, I'm going to bid. And I was like, if you two start outbidding each other, it's only my money in this process.
No, we'll talk about it later, and we'll talk about Josh Bott's baller move he hit.
That's cool.
Okay, so the first day you just got autographs. Actually, I didn't know Jeremy, was it Jeremy Iron? The guy that does...
Oh, Jeremy Hinman. Yeah.
Hinman, yeah. I didn't know he actually did the one guy off Yuri on Ice. It was the one from... It was some type of Spanish...
Oh, JJ?
Yeah, he does JJ of Yuri on Ice, which I recently watched Yuri on Ice, so I was kind of into it.
I had to go back to his table. I went there and got the Fire Force, because he's the captain in Fire Force.
Tell me why there was no Fire Force, like, art hardly at all.
Yeah, I don't think it's as popular.
Your poop book they made into an actual anime now.
No, the poop book, they haven't made yet. That's the, I killed slimes for 100 years and maxed out my power level.
What's with these series with long-ass names?
Well, it's because, okay, so... in Japanese, that's literally what they say, but for a long time when they translate them to English, they would shorten them down. Well, now they think it's funny or meme to like keep the long name. So now they literally translate it into what it says in Japanese.
Wow.
Don't you love your mom and her double multi-targeted attack?
You know what? Let's make one-word animes titles great again. Naruto, Bleach.
I was pretty disappointed because there's this one voice actor I was looking for besides Monica. Her name is Kara Edwards. She voices...
Oh, Kara Edwards, we know who that is.
I have not seen her around at all. I was trying.
No, we saw her at Akon, right?
Well, I saw her at last Anime Dallas.
Yeah, because prior to Anime Dallas, I found out she voices a character from the series Senran Kagura. That's Hikage, that fucking green-haired girl you got the cards of, you piece of shit.
See, I would have spent like $80 at Kara's table if she didn't do the affidavit against Vic, because she voices Goten. So I would have had Goten Super Saiyan, and freaking Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks all signed by her.
You know, the funny part was, actually at this con, I think was actually the least amount of money I spent, because for one, there wasn't a lot of voice actors I liked there.
Yeah.
And then two, like, a lot of the art was kind of...
bad.
It was whatever. The only thing I bought was that 3D poster, the 3 thing of Goku, really.
Yeah.
That's really about it.
I agree. I only bought, I would say one anime thing, which was the Love Live wall scroll, and then I bought some, was it mobile game that's being developed?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and you got the free, lanyard and stuff.
Yeah, they just gave it to me.
We have to talk a little bit about you stirring up a little bit of stuff.
Well, yeah, we can do that. We did a whole Nomakai Dallas episode about that.
Yeah, but you remember how we talked about the repercussions you might face at Anime Dallas?
Yeah.
Let's hear about the repercussions you might have faced.
So, in the description, you can listen to our Nomakai Dallas podcast. It's pretty long, so bear in mind.
That's what she said.
But that'll give you some context about the Ron Toy stuff that led up to this. So, basically, Ron Toy talked some crap online, and I clapped his cheeks. And
and he liked it.
Yeah,
he did. He came back for some more.
We're way off subject.
Anyway.
I'm not going to get over that.
That's alright.
It sounds like he's possessed.
I'm telling you, he's literally shadow fucking...
You're right, though. He is. That's what he sounds like.
Okay.
JoshBot 3000 wants us to carry on with this. Me and Ron kind of got into it online on Facebook. I was kind of getting worried because Anime Dallas was starting to really post about this harassment policy, and they were all on it. So I was like, all right, well, I'm not gonna go to Monica's stuff. And they separated Monica and Jamie from everybody else. There was nothing where Monica and Jamie intersected with any other voice actor.
That charity auction.
Well, they left as soon as I was there. I tried to make Ron notice me the first day. It didn't happen. He is very not aware of his surroundings. He's also very small. I'm in Greg Ayer's line, which it's a special signing, and Greg Ayer doesn't have a table or prints or anything. I don't think the man makes money. He just does signings during the signing portions of the time. So I'm standing in line. I got there like 45 minutes early, so I was like 5th in line. So I'm standing there, and it's getting really close to the signing. Well, for the past hour, Ron has been talking to Greg Ayers and one of the handlers just sitting there right in front of me. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to make him notice me because he's facing towards me. So I just stare at him, and I don't break my eye contact for like 30 minutes. And then eventually he notices me and starts pointing at me. The handler turns around and then like leaves. I'm like, okay. So eventually Ron kind of leaves and goes into the HQ, which was right around the corner where we got the 18 plus badges. So then Josh turns to me and was like, hey, the vice president's looking at you, along with the guy that runs the line. So I looked over, and yeah, they were just both looking at me. The guy controlling the line for Greg Ayers and the VP of Anime Dallas. I'm like, oh, okay. So I see the line handler coming around, so I fold my arms to cover up my shirt. And he's like, yeah, everybody make sure you're not over the tape. And he's like, oh, what's on your shirt? And I was like, y'all are not slick. So I was like, why? And he's like, oh, I just want to see. And I was like, oh, it's just podcast merch. And he whispers in my ear, and he's like, hey, man, I really don't care. I think it's actually pretty funny. You know, show me when you get a chance. And I just rolled my eyes, and I picked up my badges and showed him. He's like, oh, okay, that's funny. And he went to go talk with the VP. And then, like, all 3 of the police officers came in and, like, went and talked to Ron and Monica's handler, which they got the biggest black guy they could find. So, I mean, I applaud them for trying.
It's Huel from Breaking Bad.
Yes. Oh, okay. Oh, you're right. The one that looks like he should be standing outside of every club we go to.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I applaud them. They got the best handler. Nothing's like freaking Akon. Those are the biggest handlers I've ever seen. But yeah, and then all the police and their handler like escorts Monica out of the room, and I was like, wow, okay. It was like Dawn's here, code red. So eventually I go up to Greg Ayers. Everything's cool with him. The handler kind of like notices me and stops talking to me. She was talking to us earlier because she knows me and Josh is Dawn and Dawn from Anime Dallas before.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And then Dawn the Third, which is Sunny Straight.
Yeah. And then she was all talkative to us until my shirt was brought up. And then that's when we start getting followed around. So me and Josh go upstairs to like sit down and wait for y'all to come back. We're only sitting there for like 20 minutes. And the vice president walks past us like 6 times whistling. And I'm like, oh my goodness. There was a kind of minor voice actor there that I've never met before, but he's on Rico's streams. And like every time he would pass us, he would just pull out his phone and start texting. I was like, oh, okay. And then we had like an officer follow us everywhere. So that was cool. We had our personal security.
Well, you know, I'm going to say this right now. None of these guys know how to spy on people, like, at all.
I wonder if they thought if they followed me around long enough, I would leave.
Well, I think they were trying to incite you. They wanted you to do something.
Yeah.
Guess what? Spoiler alert, he didn't do shit.
Yeah, I just wore the shirt.
Yeah.
No, my favorite thing is right before y'all got back, Jason Douglas came up to me. And so, you know, I'm wearing like 2 lanyards. I'm wearing the Anime Dallas badge, and I'm wearing the video game badge lanyard that they give you at the booth. So those 2 lanyards are pretty big. So you really can't read what my shirt says if you don't already know what's on it. So I'm kind of walking by, and it's pretty quick, and then Jason Douglas turns around and starts walking towards me. So he already knew what my shirt said. He was already warned. There's no way he just read it from a walk by. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he came up to me and he was like, hey, what's that shirt? And I was like, oh, it's our podcast merch. Sweep.xyz.
Slick.
And he's like, oh, well, it says Ron Soy. You know, you got a lot of nerve wearing that here. And I was like, I don't think so. And he's like, yeah, he's here with his wife. His name's not even that. It's Ron Toy. I was like, yeah, Ron Soy is a character that we play on the podcast. And he's like, oh, really? Because your shirt also says, I stand with Vic. And I was like, yeah, we're Vic's supporting podcast. And he's like, you know what, man? Good for you. And he kind of walks away. And I was like, yeah, man, big fan. Love you. And he's like, whatever. That's a lot of crap talking from a guy getting escorted by 2 police officers. Yeah, tell me that when you're alone.
It's funny. So we're waiting for the whole time. We go back to the hotel room to chill out for a little while. You know, we're all laying around. And then all of a sudden, Sandy's like, oh, crap. Something's going on.
I was like, we gotta go back, guys. Everybody in the car.
The funny part was, so we all got back in the car. Man, I'm like, can't talk, kind of sick. Really, we're not sick, just my throat's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of went back a little aggressive. I was looking.
Yeah.
I was looking. I was straight, looking around the room, be like, who wants some?
That's what I told Josh. Josh was like getting real nervous, and I was like, man, if Anthony and Sandy was here, this would not have ended the same way, because I'm real calm under pressure like that. But I was like, Jason Douglas wouldn't have been the same.
No, definitely not, because I pop off in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I'm going to get a new shirt made. I'm going to have, like, his face, but with the eyes spread real wide. And it's going to be like, you have a lot of nerve wearing that shirt here.
Who you talking to?
Which eye are you looking at?
Which eye are you pointing at?
A middle school principal that had that. And I was like, I don't know if she's looking at me or you. And she's like, I can hear you. And I'm like, okay. And then I felt really bad. One day she had like bruises all over her face. And I was like, because I'm a jerk, I told everybody, I was like, yeah, her husband beat her. I found out later that she like had skin cancer or something.
Oh my God.
I was like, dang.
Oh my God.
I was like, dang. And then everyone's
You're
like,
worse than Dawn.
First off, I didn't know, but also didn't like her.
That's cool.
So Josh, how did you feel about the whole situation?
We got wrecked.
So Josh, you weren't going to back your friend up?
What?
He was definitely about to abort ship. I was like, Josh, pull out your phone and record. I want to know what's happening. And he was like, no, I'm walking out. I'm leaving. I was like, worst person to be with right now.
Josh Bot, you suck.
Josh is out of service.
Right. Josh's processor's from 2008.
He did. He was on pause. The blue screen of death was about to come on.
This man dick.
Just as Josh is, Josh Bot is no help.
Okay.
I forgive him, though, because he loves traps. I will ask, though, what's his favorite trap? Is it Astolfo?
We're way off subject.
Felix?
Josh Bot is diverting this question. He does not want to answer this.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure it's Astolfo.
Alright.
Trap.
So that crap happened. I'm coming in riding hot, aggressive. I'm ready to fucking Jay Sean voice over here, ready to fight somebody. Hugging my backpack hard. Yeah, but that's the thing, though. Like, I don't like people that do fake toughness. So, I mean, like, there's a certain amount of things that you'll do in life. But if you're not going to do anything, there's no point in boasting or pumping your chest at people if you're not going to do nothing.
Look, my only issue was Mr. President who kept following us around.
Oh, are you talking about that lesbian dude?
Yeah. No, the best thing is...
What?
Yeah, you're right, though. The best thing is, he had an issue with, like, eye contact. So I would just stare at him until he left the room.
I deduced that this was retard con, because seriously, no one there was normal.
Penis.
They all acted like that.
None of us are ever normal.
I mean, you know what? Compared to them, we are the most normal people in society.
Like my nephew said, I thought I was weird until I came here.
I was like, nah, you ain't weird at all. Alright, so now we're moving on to my favorite part of the con, which was the charity auction.
Okay.
Well, it was a small one. I think it was only like 15 people there?
I just thought it was funny because you looked at Don and you were like, I want that. Like, he was going to raise his hand and Don was like, okay. He gave you that look and he was like, raise your hand. And I looked at him.
Yeah. Well, so they start off the con. Well, Monica was supposed to be there, but then she saw Dawn the Destroyer and she left.
Literally, she was standing there talking to John and was like, turned and was like, I can't be here. And just left. I was like, okay.
That's how much of a threat I am. Oh, when I went to go to John for him to sign on the top of my Funko Pops.
Such a weird location, but okay.
Yeah. So I shook his hand. Like, we were talking, like, I was talking about his uncle, Snuckers, which is his peanut company. So he owns that company. And I was talking to him about that, and he was signing the top of my Funko Pops for some reason. I go to shake his hand, and I'm like, hey, it's good to see you again. And then that's when he looks down and notices my shirt, and he just stares at my chest. If I was a woman, I would have got him. That would have been me, too. He'd been over.
On a different note, we went to this concert, yesterday?
Yeah.
And one of our friends, she, left and came back with food, and we legit just stared at her food. And I was like, if you had boobs, that's what it feels like. Just so you know.
Girl behind us that had the most amount of boobs, just showing them off.
Oh, pretty much
all three of them.
All three of them.
But yeah, he just stared at my chest, like, the entire handshake, just being, like, reading my shirt. I think he was the only one, like, that noticed. All the other voice actors, they took photos of me, and they never said nothing. Because most people just look at your face. Like, I don't think I ever noticed people's shirt.
No. I mean, and then he talked about, so the organization I was going to was women that go into sex, or children that go into sex trafficking.
Yeah, so actually I'm kind of curious about that. Because when he first announced, like, Jamie and Monica, he said on Unlocked that the organization was for abused women. And I don't know if it's the same organization and he just doesn't understand what that organization does. Because, yeah, he focused on that it was, like, women and children in, like, sex trafficking.
I'm not saying anything, and it probably was real, but his cry I thought was kind of fake. But
no, I think it was real. I think he might have somebody that's been affected some way. Maybe he had, like, not a daughter, but maybe like a niece that was molested as a child or something like that. I don't think it was fake. I think he legitimately choked up. But yeah, overall, we didn't cause too many problems. I was in the background of Monica's photo, which is weird. I think they did it on purpose.
I really wish I was able to talk to Monica about Sarah at the end, because I really love the character she voices.
Yeah.
Cruel
well,
Tempest.
from what you said, she didn't want to talk to you at all.
Well, I thought about it. To be fair, we were in that fast-ass line.
Well, if you were in the free line, then you have very limited time. But if you went to the paid line...
Yeah, but the thing is, she probably already saw me with Dawn, so I'm like...
You should have told me. I would have got in line with you. I told them that. I was like, where's Juan? They were like, he's in Monica's line. I was like, I'm going with Juan.
Honestly, I just wouldn't want to talk to her in her horse teeth that much.
Ooh.
Whatever. You stood in line with me and you talked to her more than I did.
I didn't even get an autograph.
That's a mystery.
But you talked to her.
Okay, I talked to everybody.
I know.
Yeah, but just think about this. Jamie's feet, though.
But yeah, I would have gone to that autograph line if the fucking vendor, I was looking for the wall scroll of Sarah at the End.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the one I was trying to help you find, yeah.
Did you get your DVD signed?
Fuck, I forgot about that.
Wow.
It's just like when we saw Vic, I forgot the fucking Oron High School Host Club wall scroll.
Wow, that's the DVD I got him.
It's okay. I forgot my Black Butler wall scroll, so I had to buy a poster.
No, the best part was with J. Michael Tatum, she got the last print of Sebastian.
I did not.
And Josh was so mad.
I did not.
Josh was so upset.
That's literally all he wanted.
Just when he...
Hey, Josh, how upset were you?
That's alright.
It wasn't the last one. There was another one when I got there, but when he explained who got it, I guess it was me.
Yeah, because Tatum was like, yeah, there was this girl with her friends, and she took the last one. And we were just like a few people behind y'all. And he was like, Sandy.
Again, his fault. We told him we were going to the line, but he didn't come with us. He instead went with you somewhere else.
I like the best part. I go up to Tatum. I was like, you are a large human being. You are a very big man. Because we saw him at Anime Fest last year. I guess maybe him being up on stage, he didn't look that big. And then I saw him up close. I'm like, God.
His husband is swole.
He's swole. What are you talking about?
Yeah, his hands are massive.
Yeah, but he is no, if he took off his shirt, though, his husband is jacked. I saw his husband on Instagram.
Yeah, I feel like if he was to slap us, we'd all die. Also, when we were at that country music festival yesterday, so have you seen the videos of that fat Russian dude that like slaps people and knocks them out?
No, the slapping competitions? Yeah.
So there's a guy that's like the champion. I was like, him and Luke Combs, same person.
No, let's talk about Austin, though.
Oh,
my new BFF.
That guy was something else. I've never met someone in my life that doesn't give more of a fucks than that guy.
Yeah, I've never seen such a non-care attitude. This dude talking about living in a van by the river.
Then you go up to him and give him alcohol in his cup. You got that boy drunk. You know that, right?
So the last panel of his, it was during the midday, so he wasn't drunk. He's just like giving no F's, and I'm like, this man's a Super Saiyan God. And he was all talking and everything, and this one woman was like extra drunk, and she's like, well, I got this. She mistaked him for somebody else, and she was like, well, I'm sorry, I got this, and it's like mostly vodka. And he's like, let me try it. He drinks it, he's like, that's pretty good. I look at Josh, I was like, the next panel, I'm giving him alcohol. And Josh is like, okay, so we go to the late panel, and he's already like wasted, and I come up to him, I was like, hey man, you want alcohol? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I got somebody bringing me alcohol, but they've been gone for like 20 minutes. I was like, I got you, man. I was like, you got anything to mix it with? He's like, nah, just water. And I was like, I got vodka. And then I pull out like the rest of my Gatorade, and I was like, I didn't drink out of this. So I poured it in there and give it to him.
Best part was, as you were doing that, I walked up and I said, give daddy some of that angry juice.
And he's like, oh, right on. And he takes like a sip of it. He's like, yeah, that's good. And I'm like, hey man, can I get a picture? Because your pictures are like $20, and I already spent a lot of this con. He's like, yeah. He's like, that shot of vodka is way worth more than $20. And I was like, hell yeah. So I take a picture.
No, the best part is when you pull that out, he goes, is that fucking gin? And he was like, I know Secret made vodka.
Yeah, he's like, did you put vodka in a gin bottle? I was like, no, it's vodka. He's like, Seagram's doesn't make vodka.
That's the best part. No, also what the other best part was there was a mother there with her 9-year-old son, which I don't know what was wrong with her, but she witnessed our conversation. I felt like she kept trying to get in our conversation, but then she was scared too, and she just looked scared the whole time.
First of all, why is a 9-year-old up that late? It was 12 in the fucking morning.
He took his midday nap. But I like how Josh took a picture of me taking a picture with Austin with the alcohol all on the table. I was like, yes. So he's like, hey man, you got anything for me to sign? I'll sign it. And I was like, yeah. Because I bought his print for the free autograph, but I didn't get him to sign my book. I forgot. And he is the main character in My Roommate's a Cat.
Yeah, actually, Adrian was also tripping out that he was the main character of Tokyo Ghoul also.
Yeah. So I got him to sign my little, my Japanese autograph book, and he flips to the first page, and he's like, your first autograph is Morgan Berry, and I
remember hearing that, yeah.
I was drunk, so I immediately got aggressive, and I, pointed in his face, I was like, you don't talk about Morgan Berry, I'll fight you right now, I swear to God. And he's like, I guess I won't. And then he just autographed it, and then he ripped my paper, and he's like, oh, I just ripped it, and I was like, yeah, it was a pen, because I didn't have a Sharpie, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And I was like, nah, it adds character to the page. So now I can be like, this one Austin signed drunk. And also, I can't tell. He either wrote, you rock my world.
Or you cock my world.
As I would like to think, he wrote, you cock my world.
Right.
Yeah.
My favorite question was, I was like, how drunk are you? He goes, I don't know, how drunk are you? I was like, a little bit.
I told him, I was like, I'm drunk. And he's like, that's good, man. Okay, well, we're going to end this, but we're going to do a call out real quick. We actually recorded a whole nother episode, but my computer died, so we lost that. So we're kind of redoing this episode. And I'm going to shout out Mint High, which did an animation called No Veggies Left Behind 2D animation short. And I'm the voice of Boss Carrot. Link in the description. Next time on Dragon Ball Z, I'm Boss Carrot. I love Brussels sprouts. Arigato gozaimasu. Haben einen guten Tag. Tu madre es pollo.
Hey, thanks for listening to today's episode. Please check out our other podcasts on the channel, such as The Knot, where we have bite-sized topics and conversations that anyone can enjoy. There's more to come, so subscribe and ring the bell. We don't want you missing out on any future content. Now, if you can excuse us, your mum is changing upstairs. We'll see you next time here on the Sweet Podcast, and only on YouTube.